morning, YouTube. Today we're going to make a massive bait pen for the dock. Last summer we were given a 55-gallon drum, drilled a bunch of holes in it. It's been floating off the dock for almost a year now. It does okay. It keeps pinfish alive for a while, but it absolutely cannot hold greenbacks or whitebait for more than like 5 hours. I guess there's just not enough circulation. Maybe they can't swim far enough. I don't know. Mullet die too. They get red noses, and it's red snapper season. Bait is super essential right now to get offshore and get the right fish. So when we waste our time and go out and throw the cast net on Thursday or Wednesday night or whatever, getting ready for the weekend, we want to make sure our bait stays alive. So seen a couple things, going to make this huge bait pen. It's probably going to be 4 foot deep by 6 foot long. Or maybe it's just going to be a 4x4 circle. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get to it. But stay tuned. Let's see how it goes. Garage is a disaster. Stephanie is actually working on some really cool pots. These are planters, I guess. She stone washed them. But first thing I'm going to do before I head to Lowe's is hit this guy right here. Because I want this garage to be somewhat cool when I get home. It's a million dang degrees. And it's Project Central. I'm headed to Lowe's. I got to pick up a couple things, but as I mentioned, Stephanie has a new Instagram page called Steph Paul Designs, where she does interior design and stuff. It's, she designed our bathroom, master bath at our last house. She's done all of the interior work here at our house now, and she's kind of got a little knack for it, so I like to support her and let her do what she wants to do, because in the end it usually looks pretty damn good. So you ought to check her out on Instagram. Alright. Garage is a little messy. Like I said, Stephanie is working on projects too. But we got our hog rings right here, stainless steel hog rings, so they won't rust, and all of our PVC coated wire mesh. And I've got some leftover bottom paint, believe it or not, for boats, because I was painting something on the outdoor kitchen. Wanted to be black and also wanted to be super weather resistant. So I'm gonna build out like the frame of this thing, and then I'm going to paint it with the bottom paint, so that way it deters how quickly barnacles will grow on it. I watched the video last night. You guys said it was 2 years before he started seeing growth. I don't know that I'm going to leave it in the water 24/7. I don't think I'll be keeping pilchards alive for more than a couple days anyway, so let's get started. Alright, what I'm going to do first, I decided these are 5 feet by 24. Oh, thank God for AC. So the bait pen is going to be huge. I'm going to connect these, roll 4 out into a circle, and then we'll build our PVC pipe frame on the inside based on how big these are. So let's try doing that. Oh, and there's a special pair of pliers that you can buy to work with these hog rings, but I'm probably never going to work with hog rings again, and so there's really no point in me spending like 16 bucks on the pliers when needle nose will work, I hope, or I'm gonna be mad. So first observation, I'd gladly pay $15 for Hog Ring Pliers at this point. It's kind of a pain in the ass with needle nose pliers, because these hog rings are actually pretty darn strong, and if I had a way to hold them in a plier like the way the hog pliers are set up and not try to crush my finger. Oh, fudge! Yeah, shit! Might have to postpone this bad boy and go get the damn pliers before I absolutely break my finger and get pissed. Alright, so thank God my dad has a tool for everything and I don't have to go buy a pair of pliers. He's going to run over later. So what I'm going to do is kind of make my circle, and then I guess I can get working on the PVC frame. Because yeah, I'd literally hurt myself trying to put these things on with the needle nose pliers. So I'm just going to roll this out and try to make a big circle. And then I'm going to go ahead and make the pipe that goes on the inside to keep the frame, and we'll go from there. Alright, so based on a 114-inch circumference, the diameter should be about 36 inches. So I gotta shorten this pipe a little because I cut it at 39. But it's kind of flimsy. It'll take shape obviously once I get this thing all squared away, but trial and error, trial and error. Hopefully I can return some of this stuff, because I don't know why I envision having like an 8-foot bait pen in my backyard. Might be a little too big. So let's go ahead and take off a couple inches. Okay, I goofed. Gonna go back to Lowe's and redo this a little bit. I gotta get some flexible pipe. Yeah, we're gonna, I don't know, but we gotta go return some stuff. Alright, got back from Lowe's. Again, no project can ever be one trip. Laying down the freaking aisle, trying to fit pipes together to make sure it can stay in the receipt. So I'm gonna try to make I couldn't find a pipe that was gonna bend enough for me. So I'm gonna have to re-engineer it a little bit. But I'm happy with the size and the depth. I just went and measured where it's going to be in the canal. 45 inches should be plenty deep. I mean, at low tide it might even be sitting on the bottom, but it's okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and start building out the frames. My dad's coming over at some point with the Hog Ring Pliers. That'll make life easier, and then we can wrap this thing up. Alright, Zack Attack showed up with the Hog Ring Pliers. They're nothing special other than they're extremely special. They've got these little grooves on the inside of the pliers, and that perfectly holds the hog ring. So now I can just squeeze that onto the base. He's over here checking my PVC integrity, laughing at me. But you know what? The bait ain't gonna get out, and oh my gosh, they work so much faster, and I don't have to break my finger. Good. So I'm gonna start hog tying this thing up, get the next layer up. Maybe we'll finish this thing tonight. Who knows? We're gonna catch some fish for sure. If you enjoy torture, my hands are raw and they suck and they hurt. Now I know why they charge so much for these things. I still have to do all the hog rings around here in the middle and make a top and bottom. I'll save you the agony of watching that. But this is like 250 gallons worth of water that'll run through here. My boat has two 60-gallon live wells, well, 60 and a 50. So, assuming bait actually stays alive, we could go catch it on a Thursday or Friday and then run offshore on Saturday, not have to stop. All because of this thing. Yeah, we'll just kind of fast forward to when I'm done. Maybe when I make the lid and we're dropping it out back, I'll rig up the boat winch so you can see it coming in and out of the water. But now I know why they're so expensive, because it's actual labor. Good thing there's alcohol involved. All right, I'm exhausted. Still have to do a couple more of these things. Oh my God, my hands. The bottom obviously isn't on yet, but I've got just enough mesh left. That thing is huge. I think it's about 250 gallons. There's not really any sharp edges in there. Whitebait should be able to live. We'll see. Finish it tomorrow, drop that bad boy in the water. Thanks for watching. All right, we got her in. I'm gonna use some rope and some pool noodles to keep this opening elevated above the water just a little bit because I don't want fish to be able to swim it out. We're gonna go get the bungee cord off the dock, make a V-lock system so this thing will stay down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fasten some cord so that it'll all come up to a point back here, so that way when I crank it up on the dock, it'll pull up backwards and I'm able to get to this without any problems. Still got some bait in there, so I want to keep it alive. Now we're just going to go get our new bait barrel, hook this hook on it, and re-put it on the winch. Not how I envisioned it. Every couple of days they'll come out and throw a piece of squid or two in there, or an old sardine, and keep those guys lively. I only need them to live for the weekend.